Hello guys, welcome to another episode of Clues, Cues and Reviews, and today we're looking at the most recent chapter release of Black Clover. I was trying to find the early releases like they have been doing over the last couple of weeks. It doesn't look like that they've done that this time round, which is interesting because for the last couple of weeks they have been. Now, it tends to come out on the Monday through Viz Media. I haven't seen any other links out there just yet, so I thought I'd get this video out of the way first because I got 7 Deadly Sins and Fairy Tale to do later. Anyway, without further ado, I'm going to get into this review. I'm going to change it up a little bit, going back to that kind of a 5-point review / talking points system. So without further ado, let's get into this review. Number 1, which is quite surprising, as you know, if you watched my previous video, if you haven't, you need to go watch my video first before coming to this one. But I talked about the idea of death. And I didn't really think the good guys would kill anybody, but it looks like push come to shove, Captain Yami will, and it looks like for all intents and purposes he has done that. It looked like Vito got cut through the middle, he took him out, everyone got excited, and towards the end his body was still there and it was covered. So chapter wise, that was quite interesting that we could push it that far. As you always know, Yami is just Yami. He's a cool cat and he doesn't like praise. He pushed everybody back and he goes, get on your waist type of thing. So Yami being cool, being able to hurt somebody like that. Granted, he was in a weakened position because of the sword going through him. Yami takes all credit, I guess, for landing the final blow. But yeah, interesting that there was death in Black Clover so early, within 100 chapters. I found that interesting. That's point number 1. Point number 2, the second talking point of this chapter. Nero's back! It's been a while since we've seen Nero. I don't know what he's been up to, but he comes back with the magic stone that they were looking for. What's funny about this is the whole time the old man didn't even know what the magic stone was all about. He just read their minds and he wanted to play a game, which is kind of kooky and a bit sad because they probably don't get a lot of people, but I just thought that was interesting that Nero found the stone. And a funky little design on it as well, kind of it kind of looked like it was 4-directional, but it wasn't quite. It looked bit weird in design, but I'm sure we'll get some explanation to what these designs mean later. But yeah, Nero's back again, pecking on the head of our main character, and he's returned the stone and they take their prize because they won the game. Point number 2. Point number 3, more of a general good feeling, kind of a cool down element to this chapter, and it was really with everyone resting. So a few things happen. Everyone gets thanked because of being the saviors of the underground temple. A lot of them vow to get stronger, mainly Luke Voltaire and Manga Swing, mainly because they got their asses kicked, which is fair enough. Few people are embarrassed, some people are shy. The whole Vanessa thing, that was good for a laugh and a giggle. And not to end it on a naughty note, we always got Charmy. That guy never gets old. Her wanting food, always being hungry. So quite a simple kind of point, a good feel point. Not a lot really happens, not a lot to see from that, but we get the idea that competitiveness between Magna, Swing and Luke Voltaire is still there and they will get stronger. So that's talking point number 3. Talking point number 4 was a bit sad. There was hope and there's a bit of funniness at the end. So it was the best way to put this point is living the dream. So the idea was Noella felt guilt that she wasn't strong enough to help her friend Kahona. And Kahona basically said, look, that's fine. One day I'm going to heal up, get to the top. I want you to come. And it was kind of good to see that friendship, that interaction. There was tears and there's joy there. To the point where Kahona's brother, who damaged his leg, basically says, I want to get dancing and do the seduction dance, or the courting dance, sorry, he mentioned. So that was kind of cool, that was funny. And there's a little bit in there where Kahona's brother falls in love with Noella. Kahona basically says, I think she's off the market, so to speak, or her heart's taken basically. So I found that kind of cool. Maybe that's hitting into the whole Asta situation, as you know from these last few chapters, her being thanked by him was a big deal to her. So yeah, an interesting point number 4, which leads on to a very interesting point number 5, and then hopefully a bit of a theory for you. So point number 5, I thought this was probably the most telling and most interesting point. We see, again, like I said in point number 1, Vito's still down, his body's been covered. And it's something you see quite a lot in a lot of Asian burials. And coming from an Asian background myself, they do cover the body. I know they do that with Indian culture as well, and I know there is some stuff with Arabic and Arabia, and I believe in Japan as well. The details of the Japan one are probably not going to be the best at, but I found that interesting. But that wasn't just the interesting point. The interesting point is Asta. Asta was walking out catching flowers, and he brought the flowers to Vito's body. And he said something really interesting. He said that although this guy was all about despair, it kind of, by fighting him, he kind of felt that something must have really happened to him for him to hate people so much, for him to feel despair. He must have felt the most despair. And you get the whole Yami thing, look, continue on your goal. And I think he understood. And I think that's an important point, not just from a character development point of view, but from an overall storytelling point of view, because there's an idea, an ideology, and it's something that's been shown in manga and a lot of martial arts for a while, is you can truly understand the caliber of a man by crossing fists and fighting them, whether it's in competition, sparring, or whatnot. And you see all the time in Naruto, in One Piece, in probably Bleach, and you can test the mettle of a man through a fight. And I guess this was partly the telling story here, and the fact that he wasn't that obnoxious kid. You can see there is other qualities to Asta. I found that very interesting, and hopefully some of the people that found Asta annoying can see this as one of his redeeming qualities. But I thought that was kind of cool. That's point number 5. On to the theories. So, end of the review. You've got my 5 points. I would like to throw something in at the end, mainly just to make the video a bit longer, but also I like to throw in theories. So here's a few theories for you. We talk about the 4 elements: the fire, the wind, the earth, and the water. What if the black clover is actually the 5th element, the 5th element type of thing, another element that seeps into the elements, a combination of things? So what if the idea behind the 5th element is either the ability to combine all elements or nullify all elements, but potentially the gateway to learning all 4 elements and combining them? So there is that thought. So the idea behind it is, what if Asta as a child had a seal put on him, much like and the idea is that potentially later on down the story he might get that unlocked or revealed, and it shows potential, which is why he has no mana at all. On the flip side, he could be potentially a demon in disguise and he just doesn't know it, and that's potentially why he's got that dark anti-magic as well. So that would have that balance, magic versus anti-magic, and him being one of the good guys, maybe he can grow and develop magic abilities later on, potentially, because it gives you the idea of the Naruto situation. He wasn't very good, he wasn't very talented, but he learned, he worked hard, and he got to the top. And it is that same type of thing, which is why people for some reason don't like it, which is weird, because you see similarities and stuff you enjoy, you probably want to watch it, but hey, I digress. Anyway, so that was just my little quick theory. Hope you enjoyed the video, hope you watched it till the end. Please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this review. If you haven't read the chapter, please read the chapter. If you haven't seen my previous videos, please check them out. And as always, please subscribe if you haven't already, and tell me of your thoughts below, what you thought of my review, what you thought of my little theory at the end, and get subscribing. I'll see you next time. Peace.